Okay, so I got that video through and I'm just going to do a quick scan because it has been raining and I'm going to do it on camera. I wanted to talk quickly actually about this shirt. Getting it muddy, but it was a $96 shirt with the tags on and I found it at Value Village and it says "Lucky You" right there. And it has these really nice like little denim details like on the cuff and on the collar. It's a $96 shirt with the tags on. Got it at Value Village for $11. It was $10.99. I've put all of these aside next to the tree because there's some pink ones and like I'm really trying to salvage these. Ooh, this is that really hard green stuff. It feels like that kind of shell and has almost that curve to it, like the shell ones that I find. Are you getting cold and rainy? We better go back in. Yeah? It's really starting to rain again. And like in between these trees, I really think people were living. But I haven't had a chance to dig down. And I know this is a really old bank because of how established the dirt is. You just can tell. This one is in the ground with a flat level top but a rounded bottom to make like if it goes in the ground, the rounded bottom, the top that's flat here makes like a really nice little grinding surface, like a little table. And that's how the elephant foot was in the ground, like that. Like the bottom went into the ground so that the ground was level with a really nice surface. Like a little tabletop. You can just tell after doing this for so long that I've been finding them out here. It's like I've learned these artists' ways. And I can feel it just from picking up the stones. So many flakes and stuff. This is another piece of that weird stuff. It's really light, like it feels like chunks of bone. That's how light it is. This feels like a fossilized, I don't know what that is. But yeah, all through here. Broken, what I saw in the museum at Lambton County Heritage Museum, the museum about all of the indigenous artifacts found in that area up by Grand Bend in the Pinery. When I went through there and looked through all the photos, when I said that I have a better pendant and stuff, I just meant that museums should take notice to this site and archaeologists and the universities. Like when I sent in the info and the guy came, he came and looked at that spot where I found the very first elephant foot. And he just took pictures of what I found and left. He didn't even say anything to me. He was very rude. Anyway, I wish they would take site. And like, I mean that I have piles of all the same stuff that's there at the Lambton County Heritage Museum. That might not quite be the name, but this was one of those sites, and the stuff there really resembles the stuff I'm finding here. So I think this area needs to have a museum, or at least the attention drawn to it, so we can figure out who these people were, who the neutral Indians were. I found a book, I don't want to say Indian, okay, but that's what it says in the book I found. I've posted it before in my older videos. It says that the neutral Indians lived in this area and controlled the flint beds that were all across the Great Lakes shores. But I think it also had to do with all the quarries in the area here and all the mines. I've heard there was a big emerald mine found here. There's jade all over the place up here. There's a silver mine near here. There's all kinds of quarries. Like really good quarries, the kind with all the big rocks that they want, and the limestone quarry near here that they've let fill in with water and now it's a swimming hole. There's a bunch like that as well. And they have natural springs, and they very valued natural springs. So like right near here is a huge quarry that they let fill in with the natural spring. If I were to walk there, it would take me maybe like half the day from here. And it has natural spring water flowing into it, and it was a limestone quarry, and it has these huge shafts down into it that go 200 more feet down. So like, what were they mining right in that very spot? They must have found something other than limestone, maybe. Like, that's just, and then they let it fill in. So now it's a swimming hole. My grandma used to go there, she told me. Because she lived in that old granite house that's just near here, that's tore down now. Too windy. This one's kind of cool. Eh? Like, you can feel this part's been pecked all out. And then this is like an embankment. It goes kind of up. There was definitely stuff here. And these little pile of rocks, the neighbor found while digging their garden. And look at them all. Look at them all. This is that green stuff. They made so much out of this green stuff. This is a tool. Look at that. It's a gorgeous one. This isn't my rock pile, though. This is a freaking tool. Or a weight. Or something. And then look at this stone. Flat plate full of quartz. All of those crystals. Has this big groove on it. And look at this one. This has been shaped into a serpent head of some kind, or it's that green stuff they used all the time. This is a flat base with a little tiny notch, just like so many other ones I found that like go up on top of other stones. Look at this. It's been shaped, you can tell. It's hard for me to explain how I can tell, but this one is really cool. Looks like there's some chips out of it. Oh. Look at him. This is like a big scoop out, like those shell. Wow, that's a really cool scoop. Wow. See? They just dug all this up out of their garden and put it back here. That's why I'm not finding just any old stone and saying, oh, this might be an artifact. I've gotten really good at recognizing them. And I've been finding them along other trails and stuff. So this whole area, and the whole thing where it's like they took certain places of where there were ancient paths and hunting trails and stuff, and they turned them into parks and conservation areas. Whatever happened back in the day, I wish I were a fly in the wall during all of those negotiations, like right over this area with Niagara Falls, 1812, and this whole area with Laura Secord passing secret notes and everything. And it was probably through these swamp paths, because if you don't know where to go, you'd get so turned around and stuck in all the swamps. Have a good day, everybody.